I was forced to be a mother at such a young age. Like, I did not get a childhood because of it.
I just need a girl who gon' really understand. I just need a girl who gon' really understand.
Okay, so this video is gonna be a little bit different. So I'm basically going to be talking about some stuff, and while I'm doing that, I'm going to be doing a face mask. I have coconut oil in my hair, by the way. I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but I'm basically doing a little pamper routine, but like not at the same time. It's just basically just a face mask. I'm gonna be doing my face stuff. I might do this Luxe Beauty Care charcoal gel face mask. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna be tying up my hair. I have a list of things to talk about. So we're going to be talking about how I really feel about being pregnant and becoming a mom. We're gonna get into some of it first before I end up doing the face mask. So I'm going to be talking about some things on my fiance's phone. This is his old phone. I'm using it for the video. So we're going to be talking about how I actually feel, because I feel like I haven't talked about this yet, and a lot of people are just speaking for me or just assuming how I feel about it, which I don't feel is right. So I'm just going to be like touching on some things. So the first thing I want to get into is assumptions that people are making, or just like, you know, that you would be making, because I haven't actually really talked about how I felt. So everyone is assuming I wanted to be a mom, either because of how it was announced on YouTube or Instagram, or it was because I put on a happy face and acted a certain way. And honestly, what a lot of people don't understand is YouTube is not black and white, and YouTubers only show what they want you to see. While you may see a perfect life on screen, off screen it could be the opposite. So I'm going to get into my face stuff. This is the Oxy Triple Action Medicated Acne Pads 3-in-1 formula. You guys have, if you're not new to this channel, you guys have seen me use this many times. Basically, YouTube is not black and white. We show like maybe a quarter, not even a quarter of our life on YouTube. And whatever you see in the videos either is a front, or we just don't put everything. Like, we don't tell you everything. Most of my life is actually private, and a lot of you guys might be like shocked, because if you follow my Instagram, which I'll put it right here, I do like mini rants every once in a while, but like even then, like, you're really not getting any of what's happening. So like, it's the same with a YouTube video, or even worse. Like, you're literally just getting what we want to put out there. And I feel like a lot of people judge, or they think they know the situation when they don't, when they've just watched like a 5-minute video on what we tell you. And I feel like that's kind of unfair, because even if we did put our life on everything that's happened to us, or what's going on the internet, like, you still don't know anything, or even enough to have a judgment. Okay, so another topic I'm going to be talking about is abortion, like how I felt and my thoughts on it. So when I first found out I was pregnant, I wasn't thrilled. Like, I was not happy about it. I actually fell into a deep depression, which turned into a bit of a denial stage, and I actually went about my life pretending I wasn't pregnant and acting like it wasn't happening. Yeah, I went through like a little denial stage where I didn't want to like admit that I was pregnant. and like I just wanted to live my life normally before I actually start saying, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, blah blah blah, and acting on it. So I ended up getting an abortion because of the little depression and denial stage and the fact that I didn't want to be a mom. I ended up scrapping that idea because I didn't feel like I could go through with it. So I didn't feel like I could actually get an abortion because of the whole process of abortion. And if you don't know what the process is, sorry, I'm not flipping you off, it's just how I put things on me. I'm using the Lunar Moisturizing Mud Mask. I don't know where this is from, but my aunt actually gave me this a long time ago. But yeah, so I was going to get an abortion, and me and Brandon were talking about it, and he thought like the same thing, that it's probably not a good idea, like we weren't ready to have kids kind of thing. And I feel like people, going back to the assumptions like part, I feel like a lot of people, because I announced my pregnancy the first time I had a miscarriage, they thought, like, because I looked so happy in the video, that I wanted children. I meant to say that because I was so happy when I announced this pregnancy and how sad I was when I announced I had a miscarriage, people assumed that I wanted children. I don't know what I was talking about, but like that's what I meant. And that they just assumed that I was gonna get pregnant again, which I did, but it was an accident. A lot of people just assumed that I wanted to have kids because I was also I also made a miscarriage video, and I was very upset about having a miscarriage. But a lot of people like don't understand that miscarriages are so hard on your body, and like they're a lot to go through, and they're like painful, and it's just like the fact that I was actually just starting to accept that I was gonna be a mother and that I was pregnant or whatever, and then I had a miscarriage, like that was why I was upset. Because even then, like when I found out I was pregnant the first 2 times before the miscarriages, I wasn't happy. Like I wasn't excited at all. And a lot of people, I feel like they are making the assumption that I wanted to be a mother because I got pregnant for the 3rd time. Which honestly, the thing is with my body is it's easy for me to get pregnant, but it's not easy for me to stay pregnant. So, like, I don't know. Like, the thing is like when I got pregnant this time, like this pregnancy, I was doing so well for myself. Like I was running like marathons. Like I went to a track every day, and I ran like so many laps, and I was drinking so much water, and I was eating healthy. Like I was doing good on YouTube. I was keeping to myself. And then literally not even like a week later, I find out I was pregnant. And honestly, I was so upset because like I was just starting to get my life back together. And I was also still getting over the miscarriages, obviously. So I also want to talk about some other things. I don't know how much I really want to talk about this subject, just because like a lot of people will take this information and run with it. Someone I was talking to before, and still kind of talking to, they told someone in front of me that I wanted to be a mother. Like they didn't ask me or anything, they just like said it and assumed. And they, in front of me, like instead of asking like the person to just ask me, they went ahead and answered for my behalf in front of me as I was sitting next to them. So someone asked them how they felt about me being pregnant or something like that along those lines. I'm not going to say the exact words because you're going to know exactly who I'm talking about. But they asked them that, and then they answered in like the most disrespectful way, and they spoke for me, kind of. Like, they asked that question, and then the person was like, I wasn't excited at first, and then now I am, because I know Melina wanted to be a mother. Like, I never said I wanted to be a mother, and a lot of people assume also that I wanted to be a mother because how I grew up, how my childhood was. And honestly, my childhood was filled with raising other people's children and constantly watching children and constantly being like shoved with children. Like, I was always the person, like, I was that kid who was stuck watching other people's children all the time. And I never got to have a childhood. I never got to experience anything for myself. So that's another reason why I didn't want to get pregnant or even have kids at all. Like, honestly, I didn't even want to have kids at all. Like, it was to that point. Like, I just wanted to enjoy life without having children around me 24/7. And I always had to watch other people's kids. And honestly, it's so exhausting because people just assume that I'm so good with kids that I'm gonna want kids, and it's honestly the opposite. And I never ever said that I wanted to be a mother once. I never said I was gonna have kids. I'm always, like, every time someone assumes that I'm going to have kids, or they say, like, oh, when you have kids, I'm always like, okay, but what if I don't want kids? Or the same thing with marriage. I didn't even want to get married until I met my fiance Brandon. Pregnancy is so hard on your body, and it just depends on like the kind of like how pregnancy is for you. Like, I know pregnancy is different for everybody, but for me, it was not pleasant. Like, it was the worst thing that I'd ever have to go through. My first trimester, I didn't eat anything. Like, I literally sacrificed me eating for this baby that I've never met. Like, it's just growing in my body and I haven't even met it yet. Like, it's just kind of weird to me. But, like, obviously, I don't want you guys to think I don't want this child. Like, I'm just having it to have it. Now, I am attached to the baby. I am going to love him or her no matter what. It's just the beginning of my pregnancy, I didn't want this. Like, I didn't know if I was going to go through with this, but now I'm attached. Like, there's no going back now. And I'm kind of in my 3rd trimester now, so it's stuck. Okay, so this is the charcoal one. I'm just going to put it on top on my nose. Like this. So my pregnancy has been so hard on me. Like, I did not get nothing easy. Like, even my 2nd trimester was not easy. Honestly though, like, I'm perfectly capable of being a mother. It's just the fact that how I became capable of being a mother. It's not that I don't want to be. It's just I was forced to be a mother at such a young age. Like, I did not get a childhood because of it. And it's just, like, now I'm stuck being an actual mother now. I'm so excited now, but before I was not excited.